Today I think I have the privilege of being the last speaker. And public health is sort of, public health in rural areas is sort of having the same situation as this session is today. Only those who want to stand till the last thing is covered will only remain. So public health is getting I would rather say the attention is growing. Once all the other places are filled, the public rural health is getting the attention. I would like to give a brief about our district, which is Sabarkantha district. Sabar is Sabarmati river, Kantha is bank. So district is situated on the Sabarmati river bank. Himatnagar is the headquarters. It is in between the Udaipur Ahmedabad National Highway. India's #1 Gram Panchayat, which is Punsri, is located in our district. India's first digital village, Akodra, which has been supported by ICICI Bank, is in our district. India's first fully Wi-Fi tribal block is in Sabarkantha, which is called Kedubrahma. Probably Sabarkantha district is the only district in the country which has all the ANMs equipped with mobile tablet devices, and they are feeding their data in vernacular language from the public health facilities. We have 330 Anganwadis which are equipped with mobile workflow, including their staff register attendance and other register maintenance, including their health services and family details. So after doing all these things, we are also facing the same challenges. My previous speaker spoke about how to integrate all this data into a single location, and being a government organization, we have more questionability and accountability in terms of data security, and being a rural development department, the privacy concerns are not big enough for now, but sure we can think that very shortly this will be a big concern. Some of the gaps I see is that there is a interoperability and standards. We all talk about disrupting healthcare, but being a late starter in this healthcare game across the world, we have the advantage of sharpening our tools before we cut, rather than wrangling with the legacy systems. And even though it may not be official, some of the standards like while ICD-10 and all is being practiced, and SNOMED CT and so many other standards are emerging. There are the e-governance standards, and HIPAA provides a way of thinking or how to approach, and some of the healthcare providers are here, maybe IT vendors, everyone who is wanting to work in this sector would like to have these kind of thoughts already built into their architecture and planning. And another advantage we have in rural areas is we will be shifting from paper to paperless through mobile medium, rather than going through the continuum of getting into this PC operated business, data entry operator. So mobile device provides the biggest change in that the data source, a person can himself or herself enter the data, be in a touch screen, where the bottleneck right now exists even in entering the data in HMIS and MCTS, is that all the data comes and clogs up in the PHC level with one contractual data entry operator. Poor fellow, he has to work 24 hours to get the data, and much of it is taken shortcut. So by the time it reaches the district level for any decision making, it is already 15 days old data. Rather, I would not call it data, I would call it statistics. So fundamentally, healthcare below the district level is operating on statistics on a hazing cloud. So how do we change this using these enterprise mobility options that we are having? Is actually providing a big opportunity in making a big impact in the healthcare, because healthcare will have a major impact on what we are going to achieve as a country in the next 2 decades. Being a demographic dividend we are all talking about, if you don't intervene in the proper way and put up systems, it can become a demographic curse also on us in the coming days. Fundamentally, health challenge is basically a data challenge in the present scenario, I feel. So we need to think on that, and health services have and the optimization and lean management practices in hospitals is all there in the corporates. But below the district at the CHC and the primary health center level, none of this is happening. I feel that maybe for the industry it is a worthwhile task to think on it on a holistic way rather than delivering small solutions. And some of the experience we had is we deployed these ECG machines which can send the data over to a mobile device to the district hospital from a tribal areas. And out of every 10 persons we scanned with a simple ECG, we could find that an average of 3 out of 10 had some complication which required some intervention, or we had recommended him to go to the block hospital or do something. This is in a rural tribal belt. So if we can have a rough anticipation of what this public health challenge in non-communicable diseases is happening. Very soon we will be grappling with that challenge, which is lifestyle related and habit related. And right now the focus is more on getting more infrastructure at the public health centers and getting more people to be covered. But then the data integration is a challenge, and also the emerging LCD public health challenge. The other, as administrator, I would rather love to get from the industry and the practitioners is that giving an option to move from reports to insights about operations. How about having a real-time dashboard where we are able to simply monitor a lot of other things happening in the health, not necessarily in terms of emerging disease outbreak or something very dramatic, but rather day-to-day service monitoring and control opportunities, which could enable us to deliver the services to the poor people easily. We had some experiences in this kind of monitoring, where for the past 2 years using mobile device, we are tracking each and every house, toilet and road, everything that is being built in the village. So we could monitor more than 75,000 works using our regular staff with a simple tap device, including photo and GPS location, including beneficiaries ID card number. That enabled us to serve our constituency, the MP and MLA and the Taluka Panchayat delegates, to show them that there is real work being done. That empowers the administration to focus on the real work rather than dealing with the mundane complaints. So I feel that Digital India provides a big opportunity for us to change the country for the better, and there cannot be Digital India without Digital Bharat. And mobile devices and data-enabled services will help us in crossing this realm. And it's time for me to close. Thank you very much for listening.